Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hivemind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. You know, sometimes it's too easy, especially with these Democrats. You know, sometimes the jokes they write themselves, or sometimes the Democrats end up owning themselves. It's known as a self-own. They're just such a disaster of a party, and their arguments tend to be so weak, so poorly formulated, so filled with holes like a damn block of Swiss cheese, that we don't even need to do anything. We just need to sit back, cross our arms, and enjoy the content, enjoy the ride, and just keep collecting W's. And that's exactly what we got on this one. Little Chucky Schumer here, New York Democrat Senator Chuck Schumer, is doing the work for us, exposing this weak Democrat argument by walking into one of the biggest self-owns of his career. And of course, the internet is dragging him for it. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. It's absolutely hilarious. But before we get into any of it, this video is actually brought to you guys by a sponsor, so let's play that clip. This video is brought to you guys by American Hartford Gold. Listen, folks, in terms of a long-term financial view, the worst thing that you could do is hold on to cash. Everything is getting more expensive. If you hold on to cash, you simply become poorer, and that's where American Hartford Gold comes into play. American Hartford Gold is a 5-star rated company across the board, and also boasting an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau. These guys are simply the best, and they're here to protect you in these inflationary times by diverting a portion of your portfolio into solid precious metals, gold and silver. And friends, American Hartford Gold makes it as easy as it gets. All you got to do is give them a call, and they'll have physical gold and silver sent to your doorstep or directly deposited into your IRA or 401k. It's a no-brainer, folks. Hold on to the world's oldest and most stable investment. That's precious metals. Protect yourself from inflation, and all it takes is a single phone call. And you probably thought I was done there, but nope, it gets even better because they're currently running a special promotion where you can receive up to $15,000 in free silver on qualifying purchases. Friends, like I said, it's a no-brainer. Protect yourself against the incompetence of these useless, empty-suit politicians by simply giving a call to 844-440-1005, that's 844-440-1005, or text Hivemind, that's one word, Hivemind, to 65532. Again, that's text Hivemind to 65532. A huge thank you to American Hartford Gold. Now back to the video. Alright folks, so like I said, sometimes we don't have to do anything. Sometimes they just expose themselves. Little Chucky Schumer boy here just tweeted this in all seriousness. He writes, an unelected shadow government is conducting a hostile takeover of the federal government. And of course, you know exactly who he's referring to, right? None other than Elon Musk. I guess Elon Musk is running a unelected shadow government that's engaging in a hostile takeover. And just when you thought that the Democrats couldn't be any more hypocritical, this happens. Let me reveal the top portion of this tweet, and I'm sure you're probably already laughing because Chuck Schumer's tweet was reposted by none other than Alex Soros. You can't make this stuff up. Yes, the literal walking embodiment of an unelected shadow government decided to retweet it. The irony is so thick that you could cut it with a knife. It's just perfect. I mean, it's almost poetic. Of course, it's common knowledge. Most people know the Soros family is pretty much the closest thing to an actual unelected ruling class in this current era of American politics. They've spent billions of dollars funding progressive DAs who refuse to prosecute criminals, backing radical leftist policies that destabilize the country, and financing every woke agenda under the sun to remake Western nations in their vision. And of course, as we know with the Soros family, they don't run for office, they're not politicians, they don't answer to voters, they don't serve any democratic process, they simply inject their vast wealth into NGOs, political groups, and of course pushing media narratives to rig the system in their favor. What does that remind you of? Something of a shadowy cabal of sorts, right? Oh yeah, an actual shadow government. Actual election and governance interference. And that's how we got where we are, with a class of corrupt, totally unaccountable bureaucrats who work serving globalist interests instead of the American people. And yet here we are, as Democrats are in absolute meltdown mode because for the first time in decades, someone they don't control is now in the halls of power, and he's reversing their influence. Elon Musk is tackling the issue of a shadow government that answers to the shadowy cabal and not the American people, and now apparently that's the cause for concern. That's the hostile takeover of the federal government from a group of unelected shadowy figures. I mean, give me a break. It doesn't even fit the baseline definition. To be considered shadowy, you would have to actually operate in the shadows, but Elon Musk obviously doesn't do that. He's doing everything in the open. And I'd even argue the whole unelected thing doesn't stick either. He's not a figure operating from the shadows. There's no shadow government. And I'd even argue that he was very much elected to this position. This isn't some dark coup happening behind closed doors. Elon Musk ran with Donald Trump. He was very much part of the campaign. His current role in government, what he's doing right now, was on the ballot. His work that's focused on dismantling corruption, exposing government media collusion, and gutting the bureaucratic dead weight was all explicitly part of Trump's campaign promises. He was at all of those rallies. He was a big part of Team Unity, and it was always expected that he would be working within some capacity as a member of Trump's cabinet, whether that's made official or not. The American people knew exactly what they were voting for, and they overwhelmingly supported it. Need I remind these clueless Democrats that Donald Trump partnered with Elon Musk and other individuals, won the frickin' popular vote, and took a complete landslide victory in the 2024 election? It's almost as if Democrats forgot that part. No, but if we listen to the Democrats, Elon Musk is an unelected, shadowy figure. He's the man behind the curtain who's finally been revealed. I mean, what is this, the Wizard of Oz? What an absolute farce. And it's obvious what the Democrats are doing here, isn't it? Little Chucky Boy Schumer and his leftist cronies are deliberately lying to their audience and the American people, trying to convince them that Musk's position is some kind of extra-constitutional anomaly. It's another threat to our democracy, right? Ooh, democracy this, democracy that. But what they're really mad about isn't that Elon Musk is unelected, it's that he's no longer one of them. He's no longer acting in their interest. If he were just another deep state puppet, if he were another Silicon Valley executive pushing all of their issues and funneling money to their election campaigns, like that $500 million of Zuckerbucks that was mobilized in the 2020 election, well then we probably wouldn't be hearing a peep. That's no problem. Billionaires acting in their behalf, actually in the shadows, like these tech magnates do, and like the Soros family does, that's a non-issue. But Elon Musk being part of an administration that got explicitly elected in a landslide and then engaging in the exact same thing that was promised and campaigned on, yeah, apparently that's an end of democracy as we know it. It's an unelected shadow government engaging in a hostile takeover. What an absolute joke. As per usual with these Democrats, anything that doesn't fit their agenda, anything that doesn't directly promote their interest in their money laundering and slush fund schemes is automatically somehow a threat to democracy. They're not offended by billionaires influencing their power over American democracy. They're the party of billionaires using their power to influence American democracy. They're just angry that Elon Musk is putting a pause on their foreign aid slush funds. They're angry that he's reinstating transparency in government spending, that he's cutting off the back channels that the left uses to exert power without accountability. Shadowy cabal stuff. That's what they can't stand. That's why they're seething with rage. It's not about Musk wielding power, it's that he's wielding it against them. And most importantly, that he's stripping them of their ill-gotten power. And of course, global influence through their various US aid scams. What we're seeing here are not the desperate cries of the resistance attempting to save and salvage what's left of American democracy. No, it's just the left imploding before our very eyes. They're losing control of the very shadow government that they have spent decades building. They're watching their corrupt networks be dismantled in real time, and they're desperately flailing, hoping that their NPC bot audience doesn't realize what's actually happening. But unfortunately for them, it's too late. Elon Musk and Donald Trump have the people behind them, and they're restoring power to the people, and that's what Democrats hate so much. They don't believe that power belongs in the hands of the people. They believe it belongs in their hands, in Congress's hand. They believe the power belongs in the halls of Washington. But I guess it's finally time for them to get a serious reality check. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.